The day everything changed. I thought I had it all: a stable job, a devoted wife, and a loving family. My name is Daniel Carter, and for years, despite life's imperfections, I believed the sacrifices I made were worth it. I built a life for my wife, Lisa, and our 2 children, Ethan and Ava. They weren't mine by blood, but that never mattered. Their biological father had passed long before I came into the picture, and from the moment I stepped into their lives, I was determined to be the man they could count on. We lived in a well-furnished suburban home in Seattle. I worked hard to provide for them, to make sure Lisa could stay home comfortably with the kids. But over time, I realized that what I saw as a loving home was nothing more than a stage for Lisa. Every perfectly arranged pillow, every curated photo, every family moment. It was all for the internet. She lived for social media validation, crafting an illusion of the perfect life. Her sister Jessica was no better. She spent her days flaunting wealth, eager for admiration from an audience that didn't truly know her. And their mother, Margaret, was obsessed with reputation, believing that family was only as good as it looked from the outside. But I endured it all. For Ethan, for Ava. I held on to the belief that beneath the vanity, there was real love. Every summer, since Ethan was 4, we had taken a family trip to Hawaii, a tradition that meant everything to me. It was the one time we could be together without the distractions, the staged perfection. Just us. This year, I had planned it down to the last detail. The flights were booked, the hotel reserved. I had even bought gifts: a telescope for Ethan, who loved the stars, and a delicate, handcrafted ballet slipper necklace for Ava, a reward for her dedication to dance. The kids were counting down the days. Their excitement was contagious, and for the first time in a long time, I felt something I hadn't in years: hope. I let myself believe that maybe, just this once, this trip wouldn't be about Instagram posts or boasting about our hotel. Maybe, just maybe, we could simply be a family. But hope is a dangerous thing, because everything I thought I knew about my wife, about the life I had built, shattered in an instant. It all started with a text message. The text that broke me. Seattle-Tacoma International Airport was bustling with travelers, families, business people, hurried professionals. I arrived early, rolling my suitcase to the check-in desk, my heart thrumming with anticipation. This was the moment I looked forward to every year. Ethan had been talking nonstop about visiting tidal pools. Ava dreamed of dancing on the beach under the stars. Lisa, as usual, had spent the past 2 weeks obsessing over outfits and even hired a professional photographer to document our vacation. I brushed it off, thinking, if I have to deal with a few stage photos to have a real family trip, so be it. I checked my phone. 7:15 a.m. Our flight was scheduled to leave in an hour. I sent a text to Lisa. Just got to the airport. Where are you guys? No response. I frowned. Lisa was always glued to her phone. Maybe she was busy getting through security. 10 minutes passed, then 15. A tight feeling settled in my chest. Something was wrong. I called her. It rang and rang. No answer. A bad feeling coiled in my gut. I opened our family group chat, hoping for a reply. Then, her name flashed on my screen. A message. I clicked on it. Daniel, this trip is for my real family. I stared at the words, reading them over and over, my brain refusing to process them. My real family. My breath caught. My hands shook. I scrolled down, searching for an explanation. Another message popped up. From Jessica. Take care of my children, Daniel. Bye. It felt like the ground had been ripped out from under me. The noise of the airport dulled to a distant hum. My grip tightened on my phone, knuckles turning white. Number, this had to be a mistake, a sick joke. I called Lisa again. No answer. I called Jessica. Straight to voicemail. Margaret. Nothing. They had left me. I had been the provider, the father figure, the man who showed up. I had stepped in when their biological father couldn't. I was there for Ethan's scraped knees and Ava's nightmares. I was the one who woke up at night to soothe them, who sat through school plays and late-night fevers. And now I was disposable. Lisa and Jessica were probably sipping cocktails on a white sand beach, laughing about how easily they had discarded me, how they had left me behind, a free babysitter they no longer needed. Rage climbed up my spine, sharp and searing. I had two choices. I could stand there, humiliated, waiting for an explanation that would never come, or I could take action. I turned sharply and marched straight to the ticket counter. The woman behind the desk smiled. "Good morning, sir. How can I help you?" I exhaled, gripping my suitcase. "I'd like to book a new flight, today." She arched an eyebrow but started typing. She didn't ask where I was going. The truth was, I didn't care. All I knew was that I wasn't going home. As I walked away from that counter, I didn't call Lisa. I didn't call Jessica. I didn't call Margaret. I called a private investigator. I called a lawyer. And I started recording everything. They thought I was weak. They thought I was disposable. They were about to find out just how wrong they were. Brick by brick, their perfect, fabricated family was about to crumble. The reckoning. 48 hours later, I had everything I needed. Photos of Lisa in Hawaii, laughing, drinking, and dancing, completely unbothered by the fact that she had abandoned her children. Screenshots of her social media posts, bragging about her vacation from responsibilities. My lawyer wasted no time filing for emergency custody. Lisa didn't expect the courtroom battle to come so soon. She walked in, dressed in a pristine suit, her expression confident, like she was still in control. Jessica followed, feigning indifference. But Margaret? She wasn't there. Maybe she had finally realized her daughter wasn't the perfect mother she pretended to be. Lisa's attorney tried everything, painting me as controlling, claiming she was a devoted mother who needed self-care. But I was ready. I played the footage of Lisa's own words. The Instagram Live, where she laughed about abandoning her kids. The courtroom was silent. Then, I presented the private investigator's evidence, photo after photo of Lisa at bars, living it up, while Ethan and Ava sat at home, waiting for a mother who had already left them behind. Lisa's face drained of color. Jessica shifted uneasily. The judge leaned forward. "Miss Carter," he said, voice laced with disapproval, "do you have anything to say?" For the first time, Lisa had nothing. The gavel fell. Full custody was mine. Lisa's voice broke. "Wait, what?" Jessica gasped. "This judge is absurd!" I straightened my tie. "I didn't do anything to you, Lisa. You did this to yourself." And just like that, the illusion shattered. That night, as we roasted marshmallows in the backyard, Ava curled up next to me. Ethan looked at me. "Dad, do you think Mom ever really loved us?" I exhaled. She liked the idea of being a mother, but love is more than words. It's about showing up, and she never did. Ava squeezed my hand. "But you show up." I smiled. "Always." For the first time in a long time, we were finally free. Please subscribe my channel